This is a video demonstration for Lemurian, the latest game that we're developing here at NASSONS Entertainment Studios. Our main character Uruk was forged by the Lemurian titans using the forbidden art of alchemy. They summoned him as the supreme being that will rid the earth of the evil doings of Paracelsus, the god of darkness. Uruk had the ability to transform himself into any element he encounters on his journey, and uses that to overcome obstacles. Here, for example, his weight isn't enough to tip the scales, so he needs to touch the anvil in order to achieve a higher mass. And for the catapult to trigger, he needs to regain his former material to shoot him up over the wall. Uruk acquires the physical attributes of the materials he touches that includes mass, shape, weight, and temperature. It also affects his behavioral patterns such as his movement speed, jump height, and the usage of special skills for each element. Here, he needs to change into a heavier element so that he would sink in water. It is important for the player to try and explore any possible locations, since it may contain elements important to progress or even hidden paths and treasures. You can see how metal drastically decreases his movement speed. However, it was important to sink in the water and find rubber. The rubber instantly makes Uruk float on the surface. The elastic jump attribute enables him to climb up the tunnel. Some elements might be a bit tricky to acquire. If a fireball, for example, touches Uruk, it will kill him. But with timing skills, the player would be able to touch the flames and turn into fire himself. Fire is a powerful element, although not without a weakness. It will burst enemies into flames just by moving next to them. Water surfaces, however, would prove lethal to Uruk in that form. Sometimes a combination of elements is required for the player to progress. The player needs to knock down the box that contains glue inside of it to be able to surpass the deadly pit. Glue will enable Uruk to move along any surface disregarding its slope. His sticky status makes him slower and more vulnerable to enemies. In any case, all the elements of the Lemurian world have both advantages and disadvantages that the player must consider to progress and perhaps be creative. Lemurian is a side-scroller with a fresh appeal. Using a variety of elements and shapes would provide hours of fun, addictive gameplay, as well as mind-twisting puzzles to provide the appropriate level of challenge to the player.